The knock-knock thing. You know what's worse than something breathing under your bed? Something knocking from under your bed. It wasn't even a fast, panicked knock. No, it was slow, measured. Like whoever, whatever, was down there had all the time in the world. Knock, knock, knock. My heart was pounding so hard I thought maybe it would knock back. I grabbed the nearest weapon, which happened to be a rolled-up yoga mat, because clearly I was prepared for all forms of ghostly home invasion. Pickles had retreated to the top of the bookshelf, staring down like she was watching a bad reality show. I leaned over the side again, my phone flashlight trembling in my hand. "Listen," I whispered. "If this is some creepy knock-knock joke, you're doing it wrong." No answer. Then a voice, muffled, like it was coming from far away, whispered back. "Your turn." Absolutely not. Nope. Not playing. Not in the mood for paranormal, Simon says. I scooted to the far side of the bed and decided maybe sleeping in the bathtub was the best life choice. But before I could stand, the knocking changed. Faster. Louder. Coming from inside the mattress. I screamed, jumped off the bed, and ran straight into the hallway, clutching my yoga mat like a deranged warrior. The knocking stopped the moment my feet hit the floor. When I finally dared to peek back into my room, the bed was perfectly still. Neat. Except for one thing. In the middle of the pillow was a sticky note. Yellow. Slightly crumpled. It said, "Knock knock. Face to." Something. I didn't sleep after the knock knock note. Didn't even blink for more than 2 seconds at a time. If horror movies have taught me anything, it's that bad things happen when you blink. By sunrise, I convinced myself it had to be a dream. A creepy, stress-fueled, way too real dream. So I did the most logical thing possible, made coffee, turned on every single light in the apartment, and avoided my bedroom like it was hosting a tax audit. That lasted until I heard Pickles growl. She's not a growler, she's more of a judge silently from a distance kind of cat. But this was low, deep, and coming from the living room. I peeked around the corner and froze. Someone, something, was sitting on my couch. At first, I thought it was me. Same hoodie, same messy hair, but the skin. It was too pale, almost grey. The mouth stretched just a little too wide. And the eyes. God. The eyes didn't blink. Hi. I squeaked, because apparently my survival instinct is to greet my potential murderer like a barista. The thing tilted its head, studying me. Then it smiled, way too many teeth for a human smile, and in my own voice said, "You left the door unlocked." I didn't even think. I grabbed my keys, my phone, and Pickles, who was now hissing like a kettle, and bolted out the door. Ran down the stairs, out into the street, still in my slippers. When I finally looked back up at my apartment window, it was standing there, watching, smiling, and the worst part, it was holding my phone. The call from inside. I didn't go home that night. I couldn't. I stayed at Emma's place, even though she still thought I was being dramatic. She handed me tea, rolled her eyes, and said, "Karen, it was probably just some creep who broke in. Well, call the police in the morning." But I knew better. This wasn't some creep. This was something else. Around 2:17 a.m., my phone rang. The number flashing on the screen. My own. Emma laughed nervously. "It's probably a glitch." "Yeah, sure. A glitch. A glitch that somehow made my phone, the one I saw in that thing's hand, call me." I answered. Static. Then my voice. Not my voice now, but my voice from earlier today, saying, "Hi everyone, my name is Karen, and this is my scary story." Emma's smile vanished. "Okay, that's weird." The call didn't end. It kept playing little clips of me, laughing, muttering, even singing in the shower. All from different days. Then it switched. A whisper. "Come home." I hung up and threw the phone across the room. It landed on the carpet. Screen cracked. But still glowing. Words appeared, one by one, like someone was typing them from the inside. "I'm in your bed." Emma and I just stared at each other. And then, at the exact same moment, we heard it. Knock. Knock. Coming from her bedroom. The last knock. Emma's face went white. We didn't move. Didn't breathe. The knocking came again, louder this time, faster. Knock, 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 knock. Against all logic, Emma whispered. What if it's just someone at the window? We were on the 5th floor. There was no someone at the window. I grabbed her arm and mouthed, "Don't." But she was already moving toward the bedroom. The door was closed. From inside, we heard it, a slow, dragging sound, like something heavy being pulled across the floor. Then, silence. Emma reached for the knob. I wanted to scream no, but the words wouldn't come out. The door creaked open, and the room was dark. No furniture out of place. No one inside. Except the bed. The blankets were moving, just slightly, like something underneath was breathing. Emma whispered, "Karen." And then it sat up. It was me. Or almost me. Skin grey, mouth too wide, eyes pure black. My hoodie was torn, like it had crawled through something sharp to get here. It turned to Emma, grinned, and in my voice said, "Who's the real one?" I grabbed Emma and ran. The thing moved faster than I thought possible. Suddenly it was in the hallway, blocking the front door, smiling like this was all a game. "You can't leave," it whispered. "You're already here." I don't remember much after that. Just cold hands on my throat, Emma screaming, and the world going black. When I woke up, I was in my own bed. Alone. No Emma. No knocking. My phone was on the nightstand, screen glowing. One new message. From me. It said Chapter 1. Hello everyone, this is my scary story.